For years, my friends, this pepper was considered the world's hottest pepper by many. um, so I'm wait for a couple people to jump on. We are live and it's lunchtime, so many of yous will probably watch this video later on today. Some people will jump on live though. So I did do a live the other day. Uh, was it a couple days ago? Yeah, I did a live a couple days ago during the lunch hour. Actually, it's earlier. Is that clock wrong? I don't even know what time it is. No. Oh, I never set that clock forward. Is what it is. Yeah. Yep, spring forward. I forgot about it. So that clock is wrong. Flaming Jackson, my brother from another mother, but the same father, was good. My boy right there. Glad to see you, man. Yeah, so I decided I'm going to go live for a little bit here and talk about the world's hottest pepper, Dragon's Breath. This one never made it into the Guinness, but then again, most haven't. Um, and so for years, you guys know they. What's up? What's up? Yeah, Dragon's Breath. Let me tell you something. The orange Dragon's Breath is the hottest pepper that I've ever eaten, and my wife feels the same way, and some other people do that have tried it. That variant's only been around for 2 seasons now, and so I did not germinate any for this year, but it's all good. What's up, Michael? We got some folks popping in on the live, but this here is Dragon's Rage. So this sauce has no vinegar in it, by the way. This is from Linda's Fiery Treats, and I've been waiting to review this for quite some time. So this is made with black cherries, black cherry juice, lime juice, and dragon's breath peppers and sugar. Okay, so this has the dragon's breath in it. Anybody that's had the dragon's breath, I've had some people that say it's the same heat as a Reaper. I've had other people say it's hotter than a Reaper. The ones that I've had, whether they were red or they were the orange, have always beat out every single Carolina Reaper. What's up, Kevin? That I've ever had. Okay. So with that being said, there was allegedly a test done in the UK on the Dragon's Breath, and it came back at 2.4 million Scoville units, or 2.39 or something. So I haven't seen those test results yet, but if I would really love to see some people see if they can get that number again, because right now the highest numbers I've seen for myself that were third party honest up front was Troy Primo 7-Pot Primo is the hottest pepper that you can get your hands on and have tested. Now, I don't know why nobody's tested the Prima Tally yet, but this year there's a bunch of people say they're going to send the Prima Tally away for testing. So I'm interested in seeing what that comes back. I had Prima Tally flake on my lasagna last night and it lit me up. So the Prima Tally, the red Prima Tally, chocolate Prima Tally is hot too, but it won't come back and test its high. So let's get into this sauce. This is Dragon's Rage. This is from Linda's Fiery Treats, and this is a Dragon's Breath hot sauce. It is a sweet sauce. It's made with black cherries, black cherry juice. Oh no. There's a pull thing on here, but I think I screwed it up. That's what they made knives for, mate. All right. The question is, can Uncle Bullcock get this open? It's a lot different than a 5-ounce woozy, so I don't want to bust it trying to open it. You want to know the number one reason hot sauce bottles get broken? It's not the mailman. It's from people going like this, up, and all you got to do is tap that transfer bead, which is that piece of glass right there, and the top will break in the seal. When you take it off, it'll be broken. I've had a lot of people, I've seen them online saying, man, my sauces came in, but they were broke. And I tell them, did you open it with a knife? Well, yeah, but I didn't break it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Because I did it before. I used to take a knife and go up like this. And all you got to do is tap that, and that piece of glass right there. That's where the glass is mended together right there. It's not meant for what you think it is. All right. Nice little pop on there. Orifice reducer. Those ain't loud around here, these parts. We don't do those. Holy cherries. The smell on it is phenomenal, guys. So this is made with the dragon's breath, which is debatable as being the world's hottest pepper. I don't believe the Pepper X mustard pod that is shown on Guinness is the hottest pepper. Nope. Last time that thing was independently tested, it came back at 800,000 Scoville units when it was supposed to be 3.2 million. So until I can actually send it away for lab testing myself, I will not believe it. All right, Dragon's Rage, Dragon's Breath, pepper sauce. Oh, look at that. This is going to light me up right here. Look at it. It's so black, you can't even barely see it on the spoon. All you see is a sheen. So this is it, guys. Whoa. That's stupid hot. Wow. Wow. I'm on an empty stomach right now, too. I hope I don't get hiccups. Oh, it's so hot. It's so hot. Comment if any of you guys, what's up, Hinder? If any of you guys have had this sauce. Holy mackerel. This is the one time I probably would have let the orifice reducer stay on there. I didn't even finish it. See the sheen? Yeah, you guys can see the sauce a little bit better there. Wow, the taste is phenomenal on that. So it's got dragon's breath peppers. It's got black cherries, lime juice, and it also has black cherry juice. And so this is just a straight up sweet sauce, sweet heat. And oh yeah, Michael, this is definitely hotter than the fruit sauces I sent you. Okay. Anthony, I don't know yet. The sauces I made this winter for R&D are every year I do that, and I make different ones. So anybody that's watching, you can go to the Uncle Boca. Just look up Uncle Boca hot sauce on Google, show my site. You can order the 3 sauces that I have commercially available. The other stuff that you may seen some people do YouTube reviews on, the Profane Primo, the fruit sauces, those are only made for research and development. So they're not for sale. They're gone. I don't have any at all left. And those just went out to certain people to get feedback, right? This is phenomenal. Guys, most of you got a higher heat tolerance than I do. You would love this. For me, I love it. I'm going to have to give some of this to Mrs. Bullcow. She's going to flip if she doesn't get to try this. She loves fruit-based sauces. She puts them on her pancakes and cereal, yogurt, everything. So anyways, with my R&D stuff from this winter, every year I do that. What I do is I take a bunch of my ideas, I put them in motion, and I see what I come up with. The next 2 sauces, I can say this much, would probably be my father's habanero hot sauce that he made back in the 90s. It's going to be pretty close to what he made. I want to come out with something that's more familiar to the general public. Here, the number 1 seller, you guys aren't going to believe this, the number 1 seller in this part of North Carolina is Vicious Verde. Now, Mad Mash is my favorite sauce. Oh, okay, Josh, I got to try last year's or the year before, but that was, yeah, you got to try some of the R&D from the year before. That's right. Right now, my left ear is burning pretty good. And that's weird to get a ear burn from a sauce. Even some of the hottest sauce I've had haven't done this. This is, I can feel it in my chest. It's going into my stomach. I am going to have to eat something soon, or else I'm going to end up getting a gut bomb. This is stupid hot. So, Linda, you did it. You nailed it. Guys, this has got the dragon's breath in it. If the test results were actually 2.4 million, I haven't seen them with my own eyes to tell, then that is why. This is a hot pepper. Some people can say, the Prima Tali's hotter, chocolate Prima Tali's hotter. I'll tell you right now that most of the red dragon's breath that I've had personally, I've grown it also. I actually attempted to do a dragon's breath. I actually did it. I crossed a dragon's breath with a red ghost scorpion. The scientific way, the pepper was way too floral. I scrapped it. And that's that. Seek the heat. What's up? So anyways, with that being said, guys, the dragon's breath is just a stupid hot pepper. I know some people are getting burnt worse off of the chocolate Prima Tali. Not me. Not me. The orange dragon breath, the hottest pepper I've ever had. But the reds that I've had, now don't get me wrong, I have had some. I've had some, and I don't know if they were true dragon's breath or not, because the dragon's breath was kind of a mystery. So here's what happened. Let me tell you guys about the dragon's breath. This chili was come from England. There's some people saying that it was a 7-pot infinity renamed, or it was this or it was that. Nobody really knows, but there was a picture that went viral. If you go on Google and type in dragon's breath, you'll see that picture of a guy holding a little tiny one like this. And the media started saying, "Oh, this pepper can take you out. It can put you in the ground, man, 6 feet." And so there was all this hype around it. Well, what happens is here in America, what's up, Charlie? We're talking about the dragon's breath. What happens is people from the U.S., all over the world, but people from the U.S., they want them seeds. They want it. They got Primos, Reapers, other super hots. But when they hear rumors of something testing at 2.4 and it's hotter than a Reaper, they wanted it. Now, here's the thing. Some people got them. Some people got the seeds. Other people did not. You had people that were just taking Carolina Reapers or maybe some cross they made, and we were putting dragon's breath on it. So what I've had before is I've had 3 different types of dragon's breath. The first ones I grew were stupid hot, ridiculous, and it was weird because they were almost square looking. Like they had this perfect four sides to them. Anyways, so then there's another one that is what I believe is probably the true one, which has almost grooves in it, and that's the one that of course, like isolated seed vendors like Jim Duffy, Jimmy Pickles, and those companies have had that. That's the one they have, and that one is stupid hot, and that's where the orange dragon breath came from, that seed line. Okay, so pay attention. Here's where it gets crazy, and then there's another one that looks more like a Reaper. And then I've had ones that are just straight up Reapers. I've had people just sell it as dragon breath, and there's absolutely, you can't tell the difference at all. Same floral notes, everything. But the dragon's breath is stupid hot. I've seen people trying to sell dragon's breath powder. People have tried it and they said, "Oh, it's not as hot as Reaper. It's this, it's that, and the other thing." So it's a mystery pepper, right? The dragon's breath. So what I'm eating today is Dragon's Rage. This is made with the dragon's breath pepper. It's the hottest pepper I've ever had, but the orange version. The red one's right up there. And to me, I'm just saying, my personal, off the red one even, I get burned more than I do off of chocolate Prima Tali. Chocolate pods used to be my arch nemesis. I absolutely hated them. In the past year and a half, I've grown to love them. But I do not like them underripe. So with me, with brown peppers, they have to be fully ripe, even a little soft, to be honest. Then they get a sweetness to them. My spice tolerance is pretty low for a chili head. So me, I've done, 100 League of Fire challenges. I mean, I think I've done well as far as different ones. I've done over 100 League of Fire challenges, but as far as different ones, I think 45 different types of League of Fire challenges, and then probably another 30 non-League of Fire challenges. I did the Heart of Fire from England. Um, that was pretty rough. I've done the Killer Queen 2. So I've done some of the harder ones and some of the mostly the medium ones. I like them, and then I've done some of the low beginner stuff. Me, right now where I'm at, if I do the beginner stuff, I'll get a decent burn off of it. Whereas like a year ago, it probably wouldn't have affected me much. So I consider myself low tolerance in the chili community compared to my friends. Okay, compared to my wife, yeah, they're just nuts, man. My people are just they all got it. Almost pretty much all of them have a better tolerance than I do. But I'll still take on a challenge, and I'll still have fun with it. So also, you got one, yeah, yeah. It's the Killer Queen 2 is a rough one, man, and it's not so much rough on the mouth. You're gonna get a mouth burn off it, but me, I got a killer throat burn, but it's because after the afterburn was done, I drank a glass of milk with ice in it, and it ramped it back up. Um, but so if you don't do that, which is stupid, you're gonna be fine. But your gut, I don't know what to tell you. We were in Uptown Charlotte, me, UK Chili Queen, the whole League of Fire, the whole crew was out there. And I had this huge burger and some fries. And I probably should have waited a little bit longer for that food to break down a little bit better. But still, I had all that food on my stomach when I did that chug. And it was the worst cramps that I've ever had. I was in a hotel room screaming, walking back and forth. My whole stomach, everywhere hurt. My back hurt. Um, I just never been in that much pain in my life, and I don't ever want to go there again. I can't stand cramps. But unfortunately, prepping for challenges after that, as much as I was unhealthy for me. So I gained a lot of weight. I have health problems now. I have high triglycerides, and cholesterol is a little bit high. Got the lower end of the diabetes. So I really got to be more careful about it. The last couple of weeks since we got sick, I've been eating heavier, and I can feel it. I felt great for a while, and now I'm starting to feel sluggish again. So yeah, but I just got so scared of cat cramps that I was prepping heavy before each challenge, and sometimes I'd still get cramps. But I'll tell you what, it was unhealthy for me. And so, me and my wife are trying to eat better. Like I said, after when you get sick, you kind of eat heavy. So the last couple of weeks has been, um, yeah, I know no one likes cramps, but there's some people that can handle them better than others, right? So I got friends that don't prep. I got friends that are on keto diets and they're doing challenges. Andrew's watching right now. He's doing keto and crazy hard challenges right now. I cannot even imagine that. When I did the harder challenges, man, I would eat like mashed potatoes or, you want to know a good one to prep. And this, I know it's, you're going to spend $20 and whatnot, but it's enjoyable. If you're going to do a hard challenge, I would say Five Guys burgers is the place to go to, because they give you all them. They just fill your bag up with fries. You got so much potato going on there. And if you like having the malt vinegar with the fries, the vinegar actually helps out too. Puts more acid in your stomach to try to fight the alkaloids of the capsaicin. So with that being said, plus you get the big double cheeseburger, which keeps you full for a long time, especially when you're mixing it with those potatoes. So that is yeah, I know it. Well, Charlie said, check this out. Charlie, uh, he said that he prepped with oatmeal and peanut butter. And so we've tried that out. And my wife swears by it now. That's what she wants to prep with. So she prepped for the Four Horsemen with, she only did two skulls, but she prepped for that with key lime cheesecake. And so there's a lot of things you can prep with. My mistake was I was doing potatoes like way too much, man. And white potatoes just are not good for you. There's something that should be used in a stew, or, of course, Thanksgiving, there's certain times that these should be used. But Americans eat too much potatoes, especially French fries. Everything, you go somewhere and it comes with fries, you know what I mean? and its fries are just not good for you at all. So me, I just hit 50. I don't need it. I don't need to have that going on. I had some potatoes this past weekend. I made a nice cream of mushroom soup yesterday, and I put like one or two potatoes diced up real small in there, just to give the soup more body. Plus, I was going to do a challenge yesterday. You guys haven't seen me do a challenge in a while. I know I did a couple dual chips here and there, but yeah, you guys should check out Linda's Fried Treats. I don't know if she has any of this left on her website, but this is slamming right here, and it's freaking hot, smoking hot, man. And so yeah, I've had a couple of Dragon's Breath sauces. Chili Eskimo is in the building. Um, so yesterday, or no, I'm so sorry, Saturday, yeah, cousin Eddie, he has a Dragon's Breath sauce, and he loaded it right up on my barbecue sandwich, and it was phenomenal. Jules Creations, you guys know she's one of my favorite sauce makers out of Durham, North Carolina. She makes a Dragon's Breath sauce that is just to die for, and it's hot. Um, so I've had a few Dragon's Breath sauces, but I think it's a good pepper. I think, especially with something like this where you're mixing it with fruit, there is absolutely no bitterness or no, you know, if you've ate a Reaper or a Scorpion, you can do a lot of challenges. Trust me. A fresh Scorpion pepper, to me, is far worse than most of the challenges out there. That's just me personally. I'm not a super hot pod eater. Okay, I do like chopping them up. I would like reviewing them, slice the side, eat it, and then put the rest on a sandwich. So I love them. I love super hot peppers. But to pop a hole in my mouth, it's only happened about 20 or 30 times. We did a hot pepper eating contest, me versus Mrs. Bolkow one time, and I was smoking her, guys, for a while. If you ever watch that video, I had her, but you know what? She was just like the tortoise, man, and I was the hare. I came in, bam, 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 eating those peppers. You know what I'm saying? All fast and just smoking her, just smoking her, and then I hit that wall. And she caught up to me. And when I get wrecked like that, I need to come down, all the way down, man. I can't push myself no more. I'm not doing nothing. But then I came back. I'm like, I can do it, you know. So I think the last time me and her had a peppering contest, I finished 11, and she finished 15 peppers or whatever, or 16 or something like that. So she actually beat me. And I tried, I can't compare with her, man. It's just really not, it's not a good thing. However, there was a time, and you guys can watch the video, where we were eating fudge that had no pepper powder in it. It had just 16 million capsaicin crystals. And I ate one chunk, she ate a chunk, and then she was ripped. And then I went back for the second piece and I ate it, and I had to talk her into eating her second piece, and she was annihilated. And that's the only time ever in history that me and my wife have been on the same playing field, you know. And I think it was because the crystals do not bother me. 16 million capsaicin crystals do not bother me. Nowhere near as bad as a fresh pepper, pepper powder, even tincture. No, it does not. I got some I showed this the other day to you guys, but oh, I brought some of my face off out with me, but yeah, this is over 2 years old. It's basically like sludge right now, but this stuff is beautiful. This was the first tink I ever made. I made two jars, one with all yellow pods, one with all red pods. So if anybody wants, you can just look up Uncle Bokow tincture or how to make hot pepper tincture. I got videos. It is easy peasy. It's the easiest thing in the world how to make tincture. You just put your grain alcohol, high grain, high proof. You want 150 or above. Your alcohol with your pepper powder, put it in a mason jar, shake it every couple of days, and or you can shake it once a day, however you feel like it. Let it sit for about a month, and then you just strain that through a coffee filter. Let that evaporate. I use a cookie jar because it's got a wide mouth. It evaporates easier. Just let that thing sit. Put something over it, like a coffee filter or a piece of paper. Well, not a piece of paper. You want a coffee filter over it, because what'll happen is you'll get those alcohol flies or vinegar flies that will they'll take a dive bomb into your tincture. Trust me, and it'll kill them instantly. They're done. They're done. But a lot of them don't know that. They'll just think it's something that's fermented, or a food or something, and they will actually go down in there. And so you do got to be careful with that. I've luckily never got any of mine because I always keep a top on it. But I've had times before where I was bottling up hot pepper tincture and these flies, and who knows where they come from. You don't ever see them. You don't ever see these things in the house. Now, they could have been around from, at the same time I was fermenting peppers, and you'll see them fly around the bubbler at the top. They can't get into it. They can't get in there. Got water. Whatever you call it. What's it called? Damn thing you put on top, the bubbler when you're fermenting. I can't think right now. That's hitting my stomach. It's pretty amazing, actually, that that little amount of hot sauce would actually hit my gut. Stupid hot, man. Stupid hot. I'm truly amazed. But she did a good job with this. I don't think... Now, I made a mixed berry sauce that had cherries once, but I never made a straight black cherry sauce. This is phenomenal. Let me tell you something. You put this on some ice cream, even if you have a low tolerance, the ice cream is going to help you out. But this right here, this is probably the best. No, Michael, order some powder, man. There's tons of people that got it. I don't have any right now. I gave all mine away, all of my pepper powder. So keep an eye out. Also, there's going to be a collaboration, another collaboration challenge, Uncle Bokow, and I'm not going to tell you who with, but it's going to be a hotter version of something that came out prior that people loved. So that was just sent last week, 11 ounces of my red Primatali powder for that project. So you are going to see another League of Fire challenge coming out real soon, probably in the next 3 weeks, maybe a month tops. But so, yeah, I don't, the powder is, this year I really wanted to give my powder to people that are making products, like do a collaboration or to donate it. And so, I donated to Harvest 912 some fresh pods that they made into a flake, and then a good amount of my mixture, which was caramel Primatali and 7-pot chocolate, death spirals, and there was another pepper in there, peach, I can't remember, peach reaper, just a little bit. But I just dehydrated everything, vacuum sealed it. Then right before I send it off, that's when I grind it. The powder stays fresh then. It's hotter, and it just tastes way better. You guys are getting amazing flavor if you do it that way. Don't go grinding up a whole bunch of powder unless you're going to vacuum seal it. And I would say vacuum seal the halved, dried pods, and then grind it, vacuum seal when you're ready. Trust me on it. That stuff is brutally hot, and it just tastes so much better than commercial powder. See, here's the difference, guys. Pay attention. Commercial pepper powder is produced many times overseas, and they come through, or if it's produced here, they use machinery, pick all these peppers. You have ones that are rotten. I've seen people online, like actually seen this video, and I'm not going to say any names, but this chick takes rotten peppers out of the boxes of pods that she's selling and throws them somewhere and says they're going to go in the dehydrator to make powder. No, don't dehydrate. You're still going to eat that. It's rotten. So even a spot, a blemish, anything in it, that means a worm could have got in there. No, absolutely not. You take them stems off, cut them peppers in half when they're fresh, when they were just picked, then you dehydrate them, and you get a pepper powder that tastes amazing. Yucky? The pepper powder? Oh man, this stuff's amazing. It's just listen, the culinary world has missed out on that spice, okay? Whether it's, you can use Scotch bonnet powders, there's so many different peppers that you can use in powder form to make so many different dishes, and the culinary world has missed out for the past however many years, okay? They just have. There's so many out there. Like I even have like Sugar Rush powder at my house. You know what I'm saying? Very, very mild, but for certain stuff, certain applications, it's really good. But yeah, Scotch bonnet. Some of these ahis and stuff, you can make rubs with them. Ahi lemon drop, pepper that I don't really care for, but I actually halved and dehydrated a whole bunch, and my wife eats them like potato chips. She loves them. They're crunchy, just bite into these little halves. And I've had people that have made like fish with rubs. They put that on there. Amazing stuff. So the culinary world has missed out. Everything has just been, back when the habaneros first started making their way to New York fresh, so the early 90s, um, it was, I remember I used to go in the grocery store and I used to be able to buy habaneros or Scotch bonnets. They had both at one point. Then they went to where they would just rotate them. So whatever one they got in, they would have Scotch bonnets once in a while, habaneros, and then all of a sudden it's just habaneros. So that pepper got so popular in America that was habanero, 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 habanero. So it's all about the mainstream. And so right now, it's like people know, if you say, hey, do you know what a Carolina Reaper is? Of course, they'll say yes. I'm like, do you know who Troy Primo is? Do you know what a 7 pot Primo is? They're like, no, I never heard of that, right? The average person. Have you ever heard of a ghost pepper? Yeah. Have you ever heard of a Naga? No. You know, Same thing with the habanero. Have you ever tried a habanero? They're like, of course. Have you ever tried a Scotch bonnet? They're like, no. So they're ignorant, and then you get into the jalapenos even, and you got the New Mex lemon spice jalapeno. I mean the pumpkin spice jalapeno. You get so many different types. Even the black jalapeno or an heirloom jalapeno that is hot that will burn you. They're like, no, all they've had is the big ones from the store that don't have any heat to them. And so the culinary world has missed out over all these years, and they have not got to put these peppers into dishes to make them dishes better, to make them more flavorful, or to make them spicy. And so everybody's just been doing the same thing. It's like, but that's what we're here to do, guys. We're here to educate you on different peppers and what the uses are for them. We make different hot sauces so that we can taste those peppers. The Idiot Files can tell you right now, Uncle Bullcow's Blazing Bonnet hot sauce. You taste Scotch bonnet peppers. You see what I'm saying? You taste it. That's why I came out with a Scotch bonnet sauce, okay? Because I originally had the Mad Mash. I've made a couple different Verdes, um, but I also had a yellow Mad Mash, and I was trying to figure out, am I going to put that out? What am I going to do? And Scotch bonnet's one of my favorite peppers. It's Scotch Brain. That's a MOA Scotch bonnet and a brain strain cross. That's probably my favorite. I mean, I just love the flavor to it. The heat, it's great. But yeah, I mean, what I did was, and that's what I ate on my breakfast this morning. What I had was Uncle Bullcow's Blazing Bonnet hot sauce, man. But that's what I want to do is I'm like, why is it I can't get a good Scotch bonnet sauce? You know what I'm saying? There's some ones out there that have Scotch bonnet, but then it's a lot of other ingredients. So you don't really taste the pepper, right? It's good. It's a good sauce, but it's very complex. And it's just, they could have thrown Hobbs in it. They could have thrown 10 other peppers and you wouldn't know the difference. So me, when I was going for that Scotch bonnet, I wanted people to taste it. And that's why we use like MOAs, and we use different Scotch bonnets in there. We mix them and we get that flavor. You see what I'm saying? So, that's how it goes. We want to showcase to you guys the world of peppers and what's out there, the challenges. Most people just go to Amazon. They're doing Toe of Satan, little nitro gummy, do the Pocky chip once a year and stuff like that. Man, there are thousands of spicy challenges out there, guys. So you go even what's up, Jeremy? He said he loves Blazing Bonnet too. Yeah, man. Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate that. That's what I made this for. I made that sauce for you guys, man. That's for the chili heads, the Scotch bonnet lovers. That is the first sauce I let people try when I'm out selling sauce. Is I start them off with that, then I go to the Verde. The Vicious Verde is more neutral, so it's kind of a palate cleanser. And then so around here they like Vicious Verde the best. I mean, listen, it's my sauce, okay? I'm gonna win an award, and I guarantee I'm gonna win first place this year with that. For Verde Wars, man. I'm confident in my product. I love that sauce. But I do not love it nowhere near as much as Mad Mash or the Blazing Bonnet. That's my personal preference, right? I like those Caribbean peppers. I like those, tropical flavors and stuff. And that's why, the Mad Mash is Fatale, Habanero, and Yellow Reaper. You got a lot going on there. Yellow Reaper, Naga and and scorpion or seven pot, whatever, blended. And you got basically like all these continents, and so that's going on. Guys, I'm getting a call from my dad. Let me see if I can put that aside. So I'm gonna jump off of here, and I'll get back with you guys later on tonight, and we'll see. What's shaking. Uncle Book how freaking loves